Hi, I was just about to take a walk out to the garden to pick some herbs to bring down to the chicken coop. So why don't you join me and see what I've got planted this year. Here's my garden. It's not a very big garden, as you can see, maybe 100 square feet, maybe not even. And I pretty much use this for herbs and other things for the chickens because I love herbs. Herbs are not picky. They'll grow in almost any soil, full sun, a little bit of shade. They don't need much water. A lot of them are perennials. So once you've got an herb garden started, it doesn't really take much to keep it going. So here I have marigolds. I like to plant marigolds in the corners of the garden because they keep insects away, although most herbs do a pretty good job of keeping insects away themselves. Got some that are almost ready to bloom here. Here is some lavender. Lavender is very calming and it's a stress reliever. It also smells really good, so I like to use it in my nesting box blends. Parsley. This is curly parsley, and I also have flat Italian parsley. Parsley is a laying stimulant, so it's really good to add also to your nesting box blend. Here's dill. I use a lot of dill in my own cooking. I'm Scandinavian, and I love dill on almost anything. But dill is really good for your chicken's respiratory health. So that's a good one to add to their feed mix. I don't know what this is, but it's really pretty. It has purple flowers when it blooms. So I let it stay. I'm a little bit of a superficial gardener. If it's pretty or it smells good, it can stay. So call me shallow, but those are my rules. And here is some tarragon. My poor tarragon is getting overrun by the mystery weed. But tarragon is an antioxidant. I also happen to really love tarragon in scrambled eggs. So I plant tarragon every year. Here is some sage. Sage is a really awesome antioxidant. So I mix that up dried into their chicken feed. Here's lemon balm. Lemon balm is a member of the mint family, so it's an excellent way to keep rodents and mice away from your coop and run area. And here's another sage that a friend of mine gave me, part of her plant. Really beautiful. It's already flowering, so it looks like it's going to make it. I just transplanted it a few weeks ago. So moving on. Here's some rosemary. Rosemary is great for fly control and also helps with your chicken's respiratory health. So I tie it in bouquets in the coop in the summer. I think it really helps a lot. Here's some thyme. Thyme is an antibacterial and also very good for respiratory health. That I add to their feed. I dry it and add it to their feed. I've got sunflowers along the back here. They provide really excellent shade in the summer for the other plants, and I also dry the seeds and feed them to the chickens as a great protein source. And here we have basil. I have Italian basil and also lime basil. Basil is an antibacterial and also good for fly control. Here's my little toad house. I do have toads in the garden. I see them a lot. I don't know that they actually live in these houses, but I put out water outside the houses anyway and hope to encourage the toads to stay. And now we've got oregano. Oregano is an excellent herb. It is thought to combat E. coli, coccidia, salmonella, avian flu, a whole bunch of other things. So for general health, this is probably the one that you should be adding to your chicken's feed. I've got a few bunches of oregano going there. Here's marjoram, sweet marjoram. It's not a very common herb, but it's a laying stimulant, so it's also another very, very good one to add to your chicken's nesting box and also add dried to their feed. This is also a mystery. This is one of the plants that gets to stay because I'm a shallow gardener. It has a really pretty yellow flower and it's a pretty leaf. I'm told it's a type of arugula. I did taste it and it was a little bit peppery, and I gave some to the chickens and they ate it. So, I don't know, it's staying, but I believe it's arugula. And here's pineapple sage. This is one of my favorites. It has a really, really pretty red flower. The hummingbirds love this, and it smells like peppermint. If you pick off a leaf and rub it, not like peppermint, I'm sorry, it smells like pineapple because it's pineapple sage. It does, it smells exactly like pineapple. It's aromatic. It aids in nervous system health, but I use it mostly because it really smells good. It's really good in the nesting box blend. Here's some fennel I grew from seed, from my Seeds of the Month Club subscription. I've never grown fennel before, so we'll see how that goes. Now here's mint. I have 3 different kinds of mint. I have spearmint, chocolate mint, and orange mint. They all obviously smell really good. They keep mice away from your coop and run area. Mint does like to wander, so I give it this whole corner of the garden to wander in, and I do use a fair amount of it, so I just keep it cut back. It happens to be the spearmint. The chocolate mint is hiding in here. It has a little bit of a different leaf and a brown stem, and it does smell like chocolate. I have 2 garlic cloves that I planted last fall that hopefully are going to turn into a whole bulb of garlic for me soon. Here's my second toad house with their water dish. And now we have nasturtium. I love nasturtium. They're so pretty. They come in all different colors. They grow really, really well. I grew these from seeds. And they are a natural wormer. If your chickens eat the flowers, leaves, and seeds, they're supposed to control internal parasites. And nasturtium is also a laying stimulant. So I feed them fresh flowers and leaves, and I also dry them and crumble them up into their feed. There's some of the orange mint, which actually does have a little bit of a orange-yellow tint to the leaves, which are smaller. See, there's the orange mint, and there's the spearmint. You can see there's definitely a difference in the leaf. So that is my garden. I mean, not very big, and I've actually got a little more room left to plant some other things, but it certainly provides us with all the herbs we need for cooking, and the chickens with plenty in their nesting boxes, in their coop, in their feed. I also brew teas for them and for the baby chicks to help with their health. So I hope you enjoyed this little tour, and I'm going to pick some herbs and head down to the coop.